Two campaigns hit the same login page and produce thousands of failures. One repeats a weak password across many users. The other replays username and password pairs stolen elsewhere. They can look similar in a dashboard, but confusing password spraying with credential stuffing can hide the control that actually failed. In this CipherVibe lesson, we will compare both attacks side by side, examine their event shapes, and apply layered defenses. The lab uses invented users and predetermined outcomes. It has no real password, credential list, account, website, proxy, challenge solver, or external request. Password spraying tests one password or a very small set of common passwords against many accounts. The campaign spreads guesses horizontally, so each account sees relatively few failures. MITRE tracks this as password spraying, subtechnique T1110.003. Credential stuffing tests username and password pairs obtained from another breach or exposure. Each username arrives with a password already associated with that identity elsewhere. The attack succeeds when the user reused the same pair on the destination service. Use this memory rule. Spraying reuses the password across accounts. Stuffing reuses the complete pair across services. Traditional brute force typically concentrates many guesses on a target. Real campaigns can blend techniques, but the input pattern remains the most useful starting point. Our simulator contains 50 fictional accounts at identity.demo.local. The spray lane repeats one abstract password token across the accounts. The stuffing lane maps 50 distinct synthetic pair identifiers to those same accounts. Outcomes are pre-computed, values are never shown, and the simulator cannot send traffic. The baseline shows normal authentication. A few users arrive at varied times from familiar contexts and continue into expected activity. No single signal proves legitimacy, but the combination creates a coherent history for comparison with the two synthetic campaigns. In the spray lane, the same abstract password fingerprint appears across many usernames. Each user receives only one attempt in this window, so a detector focused only on repeated failures per account may remain quiet. Organization-wide correlation exposes the shared secret pattern and synchronized cadence. In the stuffing lane, the pair identifiers differ. The repeated signal moves to timing, client behavior, network context, and request sequence. Most pairs fail, but one predetermined pair succeeds because the fictional user reused it. That success is the event defenders must not overlook. The two campaigns produce the same total number of events. Spraying shows password commonality across accounts. Stuffing shows pair diversity with shared automation traits and possible success from reuse. Both require cross-account visibility, but only stuffing proves that a credential exposed elsewhere retained value here. Defenders should correlate account history, privacy-preserving password or breach signals, device and client traits, network reputation, timing, and post-login behavior. An IP address is not a person. Attackers distribute traffic and legitimate users share networks. Use several signals and tune them to the service. NIST requires checking prospective passwords against a block list of common, expected, or compromised values when passwords are established or changed. This reduces the weak choices useful for spraying and prevents known exposed values from being selected again. The implementation must never log or disclose plaintext passwords. Unique passwords address credential stuffing directly. If one service is breached, that secret does not unlock another. Support password managers, autofill, and paste so users can maintain generated values. When reuse is discovered, prioritize email, financial, administrator, and cloud accounts. NIST requires rate limiting for failed authentication attempts, but horizontal attacks demand broader correlation. Apply progressive controls across account, tenant, device, client, network, and time. Avoid rigid lockouts that let an attacker deny service to every username they can enumerate. Strong multi-factor authentication can stop both attacks from becoming sessions. Prefer phishing-resistant passkeys or security keys where available, especially for administrators and high-value accounts. Review recovery and fallback methods too, because a weak recovery route can undermine strong primary authentication. We rerun the fixed timeline. The sprayed password never became valid because the block list rejected it. The reused pair is recognized as high risk, throttled with the wider campaign, and cannot create a session without strong proof. Both lanes stop, but the decisive control differs. If either campaign succeeds, revoke affected sessions, reset compromised credentials, and inspect recovery methods, multi-factor enrollment, trusted devices, tokens, payment changes, data exports, and administrative actions. Expand the search across related accounts and notify users with clear, safe recovery steps. Test both patterns only in an approved staging environment with synthetic accounts and abstract password tokens. Measure cross-account detection, progressive throttling, strong authentication challenges, suspicious success alerts, and user friction. document authorization, rate ceilings, stop conditions, and evidence handling. The takeaway is simple. Password spraying attacks weak password choices across many accounts. Credential stuffing attacks reused breached pairs across services. Block common and exposed values, make passwords unique, correlate campaigns across identities, and require strong authentication. Find the full comparison checklist on CipherVibe.